Finally, first of all, hi, hello. This is a video I'm going to be talking about the college football bowl games. Yes, my first time ever on my channel talking college football. I don't know how this is gonna go. This isn't gonna be a super informative video. It's gonna be kind of like my FIFA World Cup video. I know some teams, I know some players. We're gonna pick some winners here and there. It should be a fun time. Also though, please let me know down in the comments if the microphone sounds okay. A bit of a mic check. Let me know what you guys think about it. If I should turn up the gain, turn down the gain, if it's too loud, too quiet, something's wrong with it, white sound, anything like that. Please let me know down in the comments. Which, by the way, is super thank you to Wombat Fighter for the super comment on the last video. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you to the Big British Lad. Thank you also. Super thank you so much. Everyone has just been so nice and kind the past handful of days. Well, you guys always are, but during the holiday season, you guys have been going insane with the support. And I said it in my last video talking, it amazes me that you guys would want to, give more than just liking or commenting or subscribing to the channel, of course, like going above and beyond for a stranger on the internet. It boggles my mind. I cannot thank you guys enough. I love you so much. But anyways, I think it's about time we jump into tonight's video and talk some college football. Hopefully it's okay and fun, but anyways, let us get this started. So actually there are some college football games going on right now, and if you don't know what a bowl game is, it's basically like a title game, like a miniature title game in the college football season. Now, some of these teams that are actually going to be playing in these games will move on to play for the actual college national championship game. But for a lot of teams and people, this is probably going to be the end game for a lot of them, which is totally fine. And the bowl games are kind of important. It's pretty cool and fun. So I'm just going to be going through at least some that I know and some that are going to be blowouts fairly quickly. And then once we get to some of the more interesting games, I can critique them a little bit more and just maybe more or less go through the stats with you, the money lines, the favorites, and give you stats and stuff like that. And I'll try to pick a winner, more or less guessing. Okay, so the first game we actually have are for tomorrow. We have the Holiday Bowl, which is kind of a cute name. We have Oregon going up against North Carolina. This one I can do kind of fast. I'm gonna be picking Oregon. Now, not only because Oregon is kind of the home team over here, I'm definitely more of an Oregon fan than an Oregon State fan, but you can even just look at the teams. North Carolina, Oregon. Oregon is ranked. North Carolina is not ranked. Oregon is ranked 15th in the country. That's already a pretty good telltale on who's probably going to be winning and who's sort of a favorite in this matchup. Now, actually, for the bettings, it's almost 50-50 on who will win the game. for Oklahoma, not gonna lie, but I'm picking Florida State for that one. The Alamo Bowl, which I think is going to be in Texas. Of course, it's the Alamo Bowl. When we have Texas going up against Washington University, pretty interesting. Texas is ranked 20th and Washington is ranked 12th. So instead of last time, this time both ranked teams, so it should be at least a little bit more of an even fight. Maybe, I don't know, obviously the other games I could be easily wrong on. Now this is actually a very interesting game because you kind of have two things to consider a lot when, at least for me, trying to pick a winner. Home field advantage and the stats and skills of the players. Home field advantage obviously goes to the Texas team playing in Texas at the Alamo Dome. That's kind of a hard thing to say in Texas, so I'm assuming obviously that place is going to be packed with fans of Texas, and I feel like that will play to some sort of condition in this game. Then again, on the other hand, and obviously that plays into like confidence of the team, confidence of the players, maybe the loudness of the stadium, I don't know. And then the other side, you have Washington, who's just the better ranked team. 12th, 12 is a little number compared to 20. And the stats as well, when you have Washington, who is the 4th ranked team in the nation when it comes to points per game, which is pretty insane. Number 1 in pass yards in the nation and 2nd in total yards. That is very impressive. So the numbers definitely favor Washington, but man, that crowd could really play a big role in this game. And also going to the betting, people are almost 85% of people are betting on Texas to win, and 70% of people have them winning by more than 4, which is pretty interesting, not gonna lie. Man, this is gonna be a really tough game. I think I might pick the upset because I haven't done that yet, and I probably should pick a couple upsets in this video. I think I'm gonna go with the home team, home field advantage. I'm gonna go Texas. I don't know if that's a bad pick. I think this will actually be maybe one of the closer bowl games that we talk about tonight. I think it will be actually a fun game. Maybe I will actually watch this game. But I think I'm gonna go with the home team in Texas. Next up, we have the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Yes, you heard that right. This is the I'm gonna call it just the Mayo Bowl. I think that's super funny. Now, I did just recently get informed that apparently the winner of this football game, the coach, instead of pouring like water or Gatorade on the winning coach's head, which is kind of a cool tradition in American football if you didn't know that, it's mayonnaise. I don't know if that's true. If it is, I'll put up a video somewhere. Interesting. Anyways, Maryland, NC State. NC State ranked 23rd in the nation, with Maryland is not ranked. And we have actually a little bit of an upset for the money line of Maryland getting 60% of the votes. This one also seems like it's a very close game compared to a lot of people. Oh man, both these teams not that great, especially when you look at the stat lines compared to the other teams in the country. NC State is 85th when it comes to points per game, but obviously it's not that big of a margin because obviously there's a lot of college football teams, but still, man, total yards 103rd, rushing yards 107. Man, this could definitely be, I don't know if I want to watch this game. I think I might just watch the end of it just to see if actually someone does get mayo on them, which I think will be really funny. Now, I do know, and apparently they're starting like their 3rd string or like their 4th string quarterback in this game. NC State is, and I really don't know if that's really going to be very favorable for this team. Obviously, they are maybe the more well-rounded team because they are a higher-ranked team. I think I'm gonna go again with another upset, maybe with Maryland taking this game. I have no nice sounding bowl game with the Sun Bowl. Very nice sounding one. This is actually going to be played in El Paso, so a little bit of a home field advantage for one of the teams in being UCLA going up against Pitt. Right now, the favorites right now to win, according to the money line, are going to be UCLA, and I'm also going to be picking UCLA to win. UCLA is a ranked team, 18th in the nation, going up against a unranked Pittsburgh team. Going for the stats right now, kind of a big difference between some stats. 11th in points compared to 47th for Pitt. 3rd in total yards for UCLA compared to 57th for Pitt. I think the quarterback play is going to be very different, and I also think Chip Kelly is the coach of UCLA, and that is a coach I do know in the NFL, that at least used to be in the NFL. I think I'm going to be pulling for UCLA. This one could maybe even be kind of a lopsided victory, I'm not going to lie, because again, these stats are looking kind of insane. It looks like the offense of UCLA is also pretty insane, so I'm picking UCLA to sort of maybe even do a blowout game. Wow, we actually have a pretty close ranked game here with the Gator Bowl, with 21 ranked Notre Dame against the 19th ranked team in the nation in South Carolina. This could be a very fun and close matchup, and this one will also be a game that I might want to check out and watch. Honestly, all the bets for this game are pretty much 50-50, so this is again going to be very much a toss-up game, so could be a very fun, close matchup if you love watching American football. I keep having to say American football now because I'm so used to talking about the FIFA World Cup. That's really funny. Anyways, yeah, even looking at this game stat for stat, it's pretty even. It looks like South Carolina does have a little bit of a better of a passing game, 43rd compared to 106 when it goes to Pitt, but it's flipped when you look at the rushing yards of Pitt, 42nd in the nation, when Carolina has 103rd, which is pretty funny. That is pretty much flipped like that. But when you look at the rushing yards allowed as well, it looks like Notre Dame has a little bit better of a defensive game, and I think that will also take into account maybe my choosing of maybe the upset you want to call that in a toss-up game. I'm going to be picking Notre Dame. I also know Notre Dame is also known as kind of a football sort of school to go to. Picking Notre Dame. Next game, we have one of the big boys we're talking about. I don't know if these have all of the bowl games. I'm just going off of what Bleacher Report has up for me. So if there are like some secretive bowl games of like maybe some lesser teams or something like that, I do apologize. These are just the games that I'm seeing and looking at, but then I know they're going to have the major ones on here, like this one with the Orange Bowl. Yes, one of the more iconic bowl games in college football. We have 6th ranked Tennessee going up against 7th ranked Clemson. Yes, a 6 versus 7 ranked team matchup. Holy cow. Tennessee has a record of 10-2, while Clemson has a record of 11-2. Don't really know why they have more games played. I don't know, I think that's kind of a usual, but holy cow. Right now the money line for this betting is 50-50 dead center, but some people have Clemson winning this game by 6 or more, so you could maybe give the edge to Clemson. Obviously, mostly the team that is maybe unfavored or even lesser, people will bet on more just because it'll make them more money if they're more of an underdog. But anyways, when you look at the stats though, that's where things get pretty interesting, because Tennessee is actually the number 1 team in the entire country in points per game at 47 a game, which for college football is pretty insane. First in total yards by over almost 150 yards over the total yards for Clemson, which is pretty insane. 3rd in passing yards as well. some sort of part in all of this. Up next, we have the Sugar Bowl. Yes, just like candy. Sugar Bowl. We have Alabama going up against KSU, which is Kansas State University. Interesting. Yeah, again, kind of like I was talking about earlier, Alabama, know for a fact they are a powerhouse in college football, any sort of college, anything. Well, not really college basketball. They haven't had a big college player in quite some time, I don't think. But anyways, football is definitely the place to be for Alabama. And the stats, if you look at the stats, a little bit lopsided when it comes to taking a look at some of them. But a lot of people actually have Kansas State winning this game. Again, like I said before, you can't really take the money line and the favorites of betting too seriously, because obviously people are going to be betting on the underdog more than the favorites. But it is 70-30, which is actually pretty interesting, and a lot of people actually have them winning more by 7, which is actually very surprising. I think this will also be a fairly close game, maybe a touchdown, a couple field goals, maybe even one field goal. I have no idea. This will be a very fun game. But I think, again, I just gotta go with my gut, and Alabama and college football just go so much hand in hand. I think they do have a good quarterback or a quarterback duo. If I can remember watching something on ESPN talking about Alabama, I think they just have at least to my very little knowledge, has just the more talented roster. Gonna be going with Alabama, but I think this will be a close game. It'll be a fun game. For me, though, it's at 9 in the morning, so I don't know if I'll watch the start of the game, but I'll probably watch the end of it. We have another big-time matchup here. Number 3 ranked TCU going up against number 2 ranked Michigan. Undefeated Michigan in the Fiesta Bowl. I always like the sound of that one. TCU have a record of 12-1, also very similar. This is going to be one of the games. This is going to be one of the more upper echelon. Do not miss this game if you're even just a football fan in general. Definitely need to watch this game, and I know Harbaugh is definitely going to be coaching his mind and his booty off in this game. I think this will be one of the more exciting games down to the wire. Oh man, yeah, the money line is nearly 50-50. The spread is nearly 50-50. I think this is going to be one of the games where it's really just kind of a toss-up. And of course, when you have an undefeated team, you can look at it from either side. You want the team that wants to stay undefeated and will try everything in their power to stay undefeated. And you also have the team that wants to be that one team that gives this team an L. So I think both teams will have definitely some hard hits to want to win this game. The stats are also pretty similar, I'm not going to lie. Passing yard is definitely going to TCU. I'm assuming they probably just have a better quarterback. But you look at the rushing yards, about 43-yard difference when it comes to rushing, so that kind of offsets each other as well. Michigan looks like they also have one of the best defenses, though, ranked 3rd in the nation compared to 74th to TCU. Man, I think that is going to be putting Michigan, at least for me, over on this game. I think this could be an upset game, though, but I do know that they were undefeated, though, and I know they are one of the teams that will be competing for the actual national championship game at the end of the year, which is going to be very exciting to see. But going to be taking Coach Harbaugh and picking Michigan to win that one. And then, in my opinion, maybe the last of the major games Ohio State would have to get a lot of good breaks. They would have to get very lucky. They would have to do almost everything perfect against this Georgia team, and Georgia would also have to mess up a lot in order for Ohio State, in my opinion, to win. I think they are just on another level when it comes to play, and I think they might also probably win the entire national championship when it comes down to the more playoff race. And then probably it's going to be Georgia going up against Michigan for the actual championship game. Both teams undefeated. I feel like that's just a little bit more of a cool thing to have on a title game like that at the end of the year. I think it could be pretty cool. So, sadly, not the very fun, crazy pick, but I think I'm going to be picking Georgia to win it. But I do feel like for some reason there might be an upset, at least in one of these games. I don't know if it's going to be Ohio State beating Georgia, TCU beating Michigan. I think one of the big dogs might go down, but in my perfect mind and opinion, in my perfect world, it'd be cool to have both undefeated teams playing against each other in the college championship game. I think that's pretty dope to see. And then we have the Rose Bowl with PSU ranked 11th and Utah ranked 8th. Another sort of close matchup, stat-wise, pretty close. Money line, almost 50-50. Another toss-up game. Now I know one of the major reasons why a lot of these teams might, not do as good as they're ranked or things like that is because I know a lot of players get ready for the NFL draft. Some players transfer to different schools so they can't play or they just don't want to play. So some players really look out for themselves and some sit out for these sort of lesser, bowl games. Obviously for the bigger bowl games and the ones competing for national championships definitely have a lot to play for and all their good players play, but sometimes you just don't have that. So I don't know if this is going to be affecting any of these teams that I've already talked about again. Your boy is a casual when it comes to this, but this has actually been a lot of fun. It definitely just seems to me that the defenses of this team seem to be fairly similar, but the offense of Utah, definitely on the rushing side, ranked 10th in the nation, is pretty intense. When Penn State is ranked 43rd, which is pretty bad. And also Utah being a top 10 team in scoring, it seems like the defense seems to be pretty similar, at least to the numbers. I don't really know by the actual visual play though, but I'm going to be taking Utah in the Rose Bowl. Interesting. That's it. I think that's everything. Now, again, there will be a actual championship title game, which, like I just said, I think it's probably going to be Georgia going up against Michigan, in my own opinion. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a breakdown, a little bit more of an in-depth breakdown. Actually watch some film, some tape, watch the games of these bowl games and see how teams play, get to know the players and the coaching a little bit better, and actually do a little bit better of a college football video than this one. But I really kind of want to just jump into college football. I've never been really into it. I've never done a video about it, but I've sort of been trying new things on the channel. Of course, you guys know I really have been trying to switch up a lot of things, not just talk basketball or do traditional ASMR. I really want to do a bunch of different other things, and I'm trying to do it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you're a big college sports fanatic,